Hello, my name is Jonathan Sim and I'm your instructor for the next part of the course, Computational Reasoning. Now, let me give you an orientation of where you can find all the things that you need for this course. Okay, now, first of all, let me just say that for me, right, I find it very important to have a good time learning, have a good laugh and a very fun and enjoyable time. So, that said, do expect the videos to be very rubbishy. There's a lot of moments where you can have a good laugh, and I think that's very important. All right, so let's begin. Okay, so if you go into Luminous, okay, you're going to find a couple of boxes. Okay, so find the one that says PH8050 Computational Reasoning. Then you click on that, and now we're in. Okay, so where do we find the lecture videos? Okay, so you go to the left hand side. Okay, you see the menu bar over here. Then you click on it. Multimedia. Okay, so you got all the lectures. I just want to make a note that lecture 7 and lecture 8 are optional, completely optional. This is if you want to take your learning further. Okay, so you just click and then yeah. Now let me teach you an important one important feature in the lecture videos. You see the little gear icon over here? So you can click on that and you can adjust the playback speed. Because some people say, I talk too fast, or some people say, I talk too slow. Okay, if I talk too fast, you can slow me down, maybe 0.75 or lower. If I talk too slow, and you can speed me up, 1.25, 1.5, that's up to you, okay? Yeah, it's a bit hard to talk at a rate that is suitable for everyone. So at least, I guess that's the wonderful thing about technology. You have that little gear there that you can click on, and yeah, okay. Anyway, so where do we find the lecture resources? So again, on the menu bar on the left hand side, can you see files? Then you click on files, and then lecture resources. Okay. And well, lecture 1 we just have lecture slides, but from lecture 2 onwards, okay, you're going to find we have more than just lecture slides. We have lecture activities. Okay, so yeah, so please do the lecture activities along with the lecture. Okay. Of course, I know you're thinking, hey, why the course so strange? So let me explain. Because you see, you're probably used to what we call the traditional classroom format. Okay, and I'm actually using a new education paradigm. It's called flipped classroom, or what we call blended learning. Why is it called flipped classroom? Because we flip the classroom paradigm. You know, you go traditional format, you go to school, you learn with the teacher, then you go home and then you do your homework, right? Now we flip it around. Now you start with the homework. And what's the homework? The homework is you do the assignments, the preparatory assignments lah. Then you come to class and you got a teacher, a facilitator around, and we will facilitate you in the group discussions because we got even more challenging tasks. Now, I know many of us we're not used to this all these new learning paradigms. So I want to make an important note over here. Okay, the value of my course, right, is because you see in this SG United program, okay, you're going to be exposed to various modes of teaching. Okay, from 100% traditional format. That means you come, you spend the whole day with the instructor, right? And then there's also going to be 100% online. Yeah, that's the other end of the spectrum, right? And for many of us, we're not used to online learning, and that can be a really a bit of a struggle. Yeah, so that's where my course comes in, because mine is what we call flipped classroom blended learning, 50% 50%. So it's a good way to induct you into online learning. Now let me just say here, I'm here for you every step of the way. If you check the email that Cindy sent out to you, there is a link to the WhatsApp helpline. So please join the helpline, okay? Because over there it is manned by myself and my teaching assistants. Okay, there's a total of 7 of us in total. So anytime you have encountered a problem, why my Excel cannot work? I don't understand this thing. Come and talk to us. We're here to help you every step of the way. Okay, this is our way of getting you used to online learning. So this is very important. Okay, now all that said, I just talked about lectures, right? What about the preparatory assignments? Okay, so let me show you now. So where do we find all the assignments? Okay, so after you do the lecture, right, you think you might understand now. So now we do what we call the knowledge checker quizzes. You see lecture 1, every lecture has a knowledge checker quiz. Now, why am I calling it a knowledge checker quiz? Because you see, when you watch the lecture videos, then what happens? You're going to say, oh yeah, I think I understand, right? Then you do the quiz, it's going to check, right? See, what's the problem? We know what we know and we don't know what we don't know. We know what we know and we don't know what we don't know. And how do we then discover what we don't know? That's where the knowledge checker quiz comes in, lah, right? I think I know, then I do the quiz. Oi, why I cannot get full marks? Then that's when you discover that you don't know. So when you're done with the quiz, okay, you can actually review the quiz, okay, and you can see which questions you got right, which questions you got wrong. And for every question, there is actually an explanation, okay, with clues also to help you get full marks, lah. Okay, so you have unlimited attempts. This is not like your conventional, traditional learning paradigm. This one is all about just try. As long as you try, you keep trying, you're willing to learn, we'll help you. We're very happy to let you pass. That is very important. Okay. Now, of course, if you keep trying, you redo, you still get the same question wrong. Don't despair, don't you get frustrated. Come and talk to me. Okay. Again, the WhatsApp helpline. Come and talk to me. I will explain to you, lah. So don't stress over that. Okay. Now, okay. So we got the quizzes. One other thing. Okay, which is the what I call the interactive story game. Because you see, online learning, I am talking to you over the virtual world, right? This is a pre-recorded video, right? So you don't get the benefit of interacting with me very much until we meet for class, lah, correct? So I've created this thing called the interactive story game. It's a game, okay, that is a story. Okay, where I put on costumes and stuff like that just to amuse you, lah. But what's more important is that the story walks you through both the technical aspects, how to do things on Excel, as well as the critical thinking skills. How do I think about all these things? So that is what the interactive story game discussion is. So you do the game, then after the game, there is a discussion that you have to complete, lah. So yeah, that is the requirement, lah. And don't worry, I know some of you the moment you see the questions, you're like, oh my gosh, how do I know how to do? Don't stress, because it's not about getting the right answer. Let me emphasize that. It's not about getting the correct answer. Not at all. It's all about practice. Yeah. So it's graded based on participation. The more you try, the more marks we give you. Yeah. The more we see that you put in effort to try, we're very happy to let you pass. Yeah. Because in the real world, there are many problems where there is no one right answer. There are an infinite number of possibilities. And in fact, for a lot of the problems I'm giving you in this course, they are simulations of actual problems that people do in the when it comes to data analysis. I can just tell you, lah. I actually sat down with one of my friends who works in Alibaba. Then I sat down with him and I said, hey, what do you do as a data analyst? So he blah, 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 blah. Okay, then I basically simulated most of the things that he did. And they're all in the knowledge checker quizzes and in the interactive story game. Yeah. So of course, interactive story game is one of those situations, difficult situations where you don't know the answer, I don't know the answer, your boss don't know the answer, no one knows the answer. Then how? So don't stress over getting the answer. What's more important is you try. Okay, you try. We'll give you feedback. Don't worry about it. If you have never touched Microsoft Excel before, don't worry. And I said we're here for you every step of the way. This course is a fundamental course, a very beginner introductory level. But what's our value? It's the critical thinking aspects. Okay, so don't worry. We've had students before say, I don't know how to right click. I never used a computer before. Don't stress. Okay, so we're here for you every step of the way. So lectures 1, 2, 3 is all about data analysis. 4, 5, 6, we're giving you the foundations of algorithm design. So because especially you're in fintech, right? Then you can use that to learn how to do coding. The optional lecture 7 and lecture 8, we enter into the world of coding, lah. But that's optional. If you want to really take your learning all the way, please, you are more than welcome to do so. Okay, I strongly encourage you to try it out. Then if you don't have Microsoft Excel, you can actually install Microsoft Excel for free. As long as you still have your NUS account. Now you can get the link from Cindy, okay, and all you have to do is just log in with your NUS email address. Now take note, your NUS email address is T0 whatever at u.nus.edu. It's not at nus.edu.sg. u.nus.edu. That is the student email address. So you log in with that. And then you can install up to 5 computers. So one for you, one for your father, one for your mother, one for your uncle, one for your auntie. Everybody happy. Okay, now I'll say one more thing. Online learning is very different from physical classroom learning. So there tends to be a certain impatience when we're doing assignments. Okay, so I want to tell you this so that we're all on the same page when it comes to doing assignments. Okay, it is very, very normal to spend half a day doing each quiz. Okay, so please give yourself so I tell you already, give yourself half a day for every quiz assignment. So lecture 1 half a day, lecture 2 half a day, lecture 3 half a day. Okay, because yeah, we somehow when we're online, we expect things to be very fast and we get very impatient and frustrated. But in the real world, if I were to give you this as printed assignments on paper, you wouldn't be as frustrated and impatient. Okay, so do bear that in mind, and please give yourself half a day for each assignment. Okay, you will need the time. Some, if you're one of the fortunate ones that can go very fast, then good for you lah, then you don't need half a day. But let's just be safe. We set aside half a day first, and then we see how it goes. Okay, I'm trying to manage expectations, because otherwise, if you're new to online learning, you can get very frustrated lah. So I'm telling you all this first. Okay, so anyway, that is all from me. I wish you all the best. Have fun learning together with me, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you at our first class. All right, so see you. Bye bye.